Every time I come out here I expect to get more done, but it is looking more and more like a cabin somebody might actually live in. Probably not, but hey, I guess I didn't really think about how I was going to do that. I would have had to, make special cuts on both sides and start measuring a little bit better than I did. Even though it looks a little shoddy right now, we're going to make this thing look a little bit better. More trim on to cover up some of my mistakes. Things are looking all right. Low strip done, and I got the rest of the siding boards I need to seal in this cabin. Got some of them cut a little bit, got things strapped all down, picked up a few more 4x4 posts, a few more 2x4s, and I'm going to go into the four-wheeler and get all these things loaded on. Another walk into the wheeler. I'm hoping at some point in the future I'll be able to just bring a pedal bike, a dirt bike, or just hike in myself to enjoy this cabin. But I have 6 more panels to put up for the siding to consider this thing sealed in. Got 2 windows in, I got a door in, I got the roof just about on. I do have a few more little pick away parts to do with some boards, but if I get these siding things on today, it's going to be a big accomplishment, and I'm going to have a cabin out there. So I'm going to get this wheeler, going to go load up all those siding pieces, and I'm going to try and get in there to work. That took way too long, probably about an hour of me strapping all these siding boards. I've got 6 of them cut up into a couple different sizes. Did some measurings, hopefully I won't have to do too many more cuts. Do have to do the slants to seal in that slope of my roof, but hey, I've made it about a quarter mile down this road. Things are feeling pretty good. I'm gonna keep going and get in there. I did it. I found the cabin. Came out here yesterday, did a little bit of work, stained up that door and some of the trim. But I've got all this lumber now and all this siding. Finish up sealing up that top, so I'm going to get to work. I don't know if I've truly showed this, but a month or so ago my father-in-law built this rope swing way up in this tree, threw those ropes up there, got them all tied up, so kids have been loving this when they come up. And it is pretty cool because you can see the back side of the cabin right here. We're actually up on a little bit of ridge, and it's quite a bit of elevation gain without going really too far, and then it immediately drops right off into this ravine where that brook is down there. So I'm gonna go check out that water. And luckily I've been getting some rain the last week. Had another good little rain thunderstorm last night. So let's see how things look down here. Yesterday when I was down here, didn't seem to be as much water, and still, we did kind of change the flow a little bit. There is still a pretty good pool. It's always nice to have that right there. You can hear plenty of water flowing down from that way. So let me take you back this way to where my kids tried to block a little bit of water. Look, it's nice and flat right here once you come down. And there's just a big sand deposit right here that created a natural dam. And look at this. So, coming right around here. Oh yeah. A nice big pond. Nice shaded big pond. And it goes down. All right, here we go, a little bit of progress. I wasn't able to line up those top siding seams exactly. I guess I didn't really think about how I was going to do that. I would have had to, make special cuts on both sides and start measuring a little bit better than I did. But I am going to cover up a lot of those gaps with some more trim seams and stuff. So even though it looks a little shoddy right now, we're going to make this thing look a little bit better. But it is finally coming together. Well, this is as far as I've gotten today. I do have to go get my kids in a little bit, but I did get this front paneling siding on to get a little more trim on to cover up some of my mistakes. Things are looking all right. So I'm going to pick up a little bit more, then I'm going to give you guys a tour. I do need to stagger and straighten out one side of this trim here, but it is almost all sealed up on the front. I'm going to put some silicone in some of the gaps that you might be able to see, but let me walk you around and show you what we have. The door is definitely the best part. It might be a little bit crooked, but it is sealed up pretty good. Does work pretty good. I got a pretty cool handle on it the other day. Got a little hook and lock for the inside if for some reason we ever did actually want to close ourselves in here. But the inside got a lot of good material. I haul down a little bit of lumber every time I try and come in. I know I'm going to need a lot when I eventually try and build some bunks. When I eventually try and finish off the rails on this loft, I do need to get some plywood or something in here for that. But I still got some tools and I got some supplies. I could pretty much camp out here if I really needed to. The only thing I'm missing is food. Eventually I probably should bring down a few snack supplies and leave them in here in case for some reason I had to stay for a little longer than expected. But it looks pretty nice in here. I do want to get all these materials out eventually, but for now just try and keep them dry and usable. And let me show you the outside. You guys have already seen the front, but I got some extra siding here. that is probably going to go up top of this to seal in that angled gap right there. I will probably stagger some 2x4 studs inside there to give some more support and give something for the siding to really be braced upon. But I got most of my trim and stuff up here. Came out pretty nice. This nice looking window. Did put up this back trim board the other day. Came out pretty nice. But I got this pretty well sealed up here. I have put in some silicone caulking in some of the seams. Do need to do a lot more. But got more siding on this side. Got to seal up that edge up there too. But hey, I got about all the materials I need, think. So that wraps up the tour here. So I'm going to head out, go get my kids. I might try and scoot out here later tonight and pick away at a few things. But it's going to be a couple days before I'm able to make it out again. I got some more plans with the family. So hopefully I'm getting even closer to saying, hey, look at this cabin I built.